everyone! Today we will sew a fabric facial mask. Nowadays it is a habit to wear this type of devices and they are not so easy to find in the shops. So I decided to make a simple video to teach you how to sew one mask for you to protect yourself and people around you from infection carried from the air we breathe. You can see here all the measurement to write down in a piece of paper to draw on the model of the mask. This type of model can be used for both women and men, and if the measurements don't fit your face, you can correct them going on. We will cut the model so it will be used to cut the fabric you decided to use for your project. I used the paper model to cut different layers of fabric, as you can see. The first one is the external layer. In the back of that, I iron a special adhesive fabric. The second one is the internal layer, which is made by silk. And the third, which goes in the middle, is a very thick materials. I use that just to give more thickness and more filtration to the mask. But naturally I cannot compare it with the filtration level of a mask with a filter. Now we are going to sew in the internal part of the mask, the upper and the lower portion in all the layers overlapping. As you can see, this is the internal part. I have to put some pins to keep together the stratified mask. And then I'm going to sew the two parts to close the frontal side, which is that. Now I'm going to begin to sew. As I go ahead, I will remove the pins because the mask is very thick, so it's a little bit uncomfortable to continue sewing with them. I use a straight stitch, length 2, to ensure that all the layers will stay together longer. At the end, I go back and forth to fix the stitches, and then I do the same with the lower portion. Now I will do, as always, a zigzag stitch to prevent the fabric to ravel and to give strength to the frontal part of the mask. I made some modifications to adapt the mask to my face. First of all, I cut away about 1.5 centimeter from the upper part and about 1 centimeter from the lower part. On the inside, I sticked a piece of fabric in the middle just to prevent a sort of discomfort to the nose given by the internal seam. Then, I realized that under my eyes the mask was a little bit wide. So I made 2 tiny tucks to make the mask wrap my face well. Now I will finish all the perimeter of the mask. Probably I will need to cut away part of the lateral endings, which are too long, and then I will proceed bandaging all the edges with this white tape. After a measurement in front of the mirror, now I can cut the unnecessary part to finish my mask. I removed about 3 cm and now I can go on with the tape. As you can see, I pasted the tape on my mask and changed the color of the thread from blue to white. Now I can sew it with my sewing machine. As you can see, I made 2 seam lines. And now I will conclude the video attacking 2 types for each side to make the mask be tied behind the ears. To do this, I will make a knot behind my ear. In this case, I use a tape and not an elastic band because I don't have it at home and I have to use all the materials available here in my house. I used the same tape of the perimeter. I folded it to make it thinner and I decided to keep in contact with the inner part of the mask, the folded side, just to avoid any discomfort made by the seam. I sewed the tape in one side and now I will do the same with the other side as well. The mask is finally ready to be used. I hope this video will be useful for you, especially in this period in which disposable masks are not so easy to find. This one can be washed and then you can use it again and again to protect yourself.